The Swiss Alps is the ultimate bucket list destination with breathtaking scenery, snow-capped mountains, crystal clear lakes and charming villages. In this video we're going to show you everything you need to know to plan the ultimate Swiss Alps adventure, and stick around to the end for some money saving tips. Now let's get into it. The Swiss Alps cover over 2/3 of the country, but luckily for us, Switzerland has amazing public infrastructure in place that can get you to pretty much anywhere you would like to go. To get to the Swiss Alps, it's quite easy with trains running to Zermatt and Interlaken from the major cities with international airports like Zurich, Geneva, Basel and Bern. Once you arrive in the Alps, everything is highly connected with cog railways, cable cars and buses, making it incredibly easy for everybody to enjoy this magnificent place. You can book train tickets and look at timetables online at sbb.ch. For regional buses, you can use the postauto.ch website. You can also purchase tickets from the train stations if you prefer that. There are numerous travel passes available to get discounts on your transport that even includes cable cars. Some of these are the Half Fare Card, Swiss Travel Pass, and there are numerous regional passes available. What we would recommend is to plan out your trip and figure out what public transport you'll use and calculate what pass is best for you. For us, we got the Half Fare Card and end up using it much more than we intended and end up saving over 300 francs between us over 7 days. We got our Half Fare Card from the Bahnhof station in Zurich and we needed to show our passports, so keep that in mind. And we would also recommend using the SBB mobile app. Here you can book train tickets online and you can enter your travel pass details in the app and still receive your discounts. We really love this app as it showed your booked journeys offline with all the connections and platforms you needed for your journey, making multi-leg journeys stress and hassle free. Where to stay all depends on what type of trip you're planning and the vibe you are looking for. So if you want to stay in one place and take various day trips around the Alps, Interlaken is very popular for this as it has good connections and lots of facilities. But if you're looking to be right in amongst the mountains, consider Grindelwald or Lauterbrunnen. And if you're after a more chill, relaxed vibe, stay at one of the smaller villages nearby like Mürren or Wengen. All of these places are well connected by trains and cable cars that will take you to all these amazing vistas and trails. And also, you can't go past Zermatt for the Valais region. If you're planning a trip like we did where you'll be moving around and staying in all these different villages, you can plan a hiking route or take public transport between towns if you don't fancy hiking. We roughly followed the Via Alpina route, but you can come up with any route that you want depending on what you want to do. If we were to recommend some sort of rough itinerary, spend at least 4 or 5 days in the Jungfrau region and check out Grindelwald, the Lauterbrunnen Valley and Kandersteg, and then take the train over to Zermatt and see the Matterhorn and go up to Gornegrad or Glacier Paradise and experience the Valais region. But yeah, no matter what options you go for, you can't go wrong as the Alps are just that stunning. Switzerland is not part of the EU and uses their own currency, the Swiss franc. The exchange rate is currently around 90 pence or $1.20 USD. We found prices to be on the expensive side in general, but we would expect this in peak season with high tourist demand. But we knew this ahead of time and saved accordingly. To give you an idea on our budget, we spent about $100 to $200 USD for accommodation every night, and this was on the cheap side of hotels, and about $60 to $100 USD on meals. A fair budget would be around $300 USD a day, and you can scale that up depending on your budget and activities you want to do, and also shave some off with some clever planning and sacrifices. Card payment was accepted everywhere, but we also carried a little cash around just in case, but never had to use it as card was available everywhere, even in the loneliest of remote villages. You'll find all sorts of food in the Swiss Alps, especially in the larger villages where you'll have a variety of international and Swiss cuisine to choose from, and in some of the smaller places your options will be limited. We mostly ate Swiss food, and a couple of dishes we think you should try are cheese fondue. When in the Swiss Alps, you have to try cheese fondue. Cheese fondue is a dish that consists of melted cheese in a pot, typically served over a portable stove to keep the cheese warm. It's normally a communal dish where you'll dip the cubed bread and vegetables into the communal pot of melted cheese. It's a lot of fun, and you need to try it at least once. Rösti is another dish we really enjoyed. It's often compared to hash browns, but we think it's a lot better than that. The main ingredient is grated potatoes, and it's pan fried in a skillet and shaped into patties during cooking. Rösti has a crispy exterior and a tender interior with a slight golden brown color. We loved Rösti and ate it on multiple occasions. Älplermagronen. This is a bit of a mouthful, but this is a pasta dish made with macaroni, potatoes, cheese, cream, and roasted onions. Basically, it's like loaded mac and cheese, and it's fantastic. Switzerland has a great variety of beers that are super delicious, that are great to enjoy after a long day of hiking. A couple of beers that I liked were Hell Quellfrisch and Feldschlossen. The Swiss Alps is an all year round tourist destination. It just doesn't stop here, so depending on what you want to do will depend on when you go. So summer is June to August, which is the best season for hiking, sightseeing and other outdoor activities like bike riding. Winter is December to February, so come here for winter sports and sightseeing for winter vistas. And the shoulder season is spring to autumn, so here you'll have less people and cheaper prices. Be aware as some trails may not be available due to snow, and some winter sports may be closed as they come out of season. But unlike other places, most areas will be accessible all year round as the infrastructure is designed to be used all the time. Oceanensee is a stunning alpine lake known for its vibrant blue water and breathtaking scenery. The lake is surrounded by majestic mountains and a number of hiking trails that allow you to see the lake from different angles. You can reach Oceanensee by cable car or hiking from Kandersteg. The Lauterbrunnen Valley is a breathtaking natural wonder nestled in the heart of the Swiss Alps. Renowned for its dramatic scenery, towering cliffs and cascading waterfalls. You can take a train to Lauterbrunnen and explore the town and walk through the lush valley and check out the waterfalls, including the hidden gem Trummelbach Falls. Göngerath is a breathtaking mountain peak accessed by the historic Cog Railway from Zermatt. From the summit, there are multiple viewpoints where you can enjoy panoramic views with 7 visible glaciers and 29 peaks over 4,000 meters, including the iconic Matterhorn. Grindelwald Fiest is a popular destination located near Grindelwald. You can experience the Fiest Cliff Walk, a suspended walkway that leads along the face of the Fiest Peak, offering panoramic views of the surrounding mountains and valleys. If you fancy a hike, Bergkälpsee is a picturesque alpine lake surrounded by towering mountains and lush meadows. And for the thrill seekers out there, you can ride trolley bikes or scooters down the mountain, or even take a zip line. Zermatt is a picturesque alpine village known for living in the shadow of the iconic Matterhorn. The village is a popular destination for year-round activities and is a hiker's paradise with a vast network of trails leading to alpine lakes, glaciers and panoramic viewpoints. Zermatt also has a charming village centre lined with traditional Swiss chalets, cozy restaurants and boutique shops. And if you're visiting in summer, make sure you check out the very fun and unique Goat Parade. Alright, so now we have some money saving tips for you. So like we mentioned earlier, Switzerland can be expensive, but it doesn't have to be. So tip number 1, look into getting a rail pass. So we already mentioned this earlier, if you get a rail pass, you can use it to save a bunch of money, and using it alongside the SBB app, you can get even more discounts by booking online in advance. Money in the bank. Book and plan ahead. So I think I say this in every travel guide, but it's especially important here. Book your trains and accommodation well in advance to save money, especially the accommodation. For example, the Grishelp Hotel was 180 francs when we booked it 5 months in advance, and on the night we stayed there was one room left for 900 francs. Avoid eating out as much as possible. So you can save money by buying food from a supermarket like the Co-op, so you can go there and buy all the ingredients you need to cook your own dish or get a sandwich or some sort of ready-made meal. Utilize budget accommodation options, so you can stay in hostels or hotels with shared bathrooms, and also some villages are cheaper to stay than some of the more popular ones, so look around, you might be able to save some cash. Another way to save money is to hike between villages or to the viewpoints instead of catching the train or cable car. So this will require you to stay somewhere kind of central to everywhere you want to go, but it is possible. Travel in the off season. So think about going in the shoulder season for cheaper prices and less crowds. You may have to deal with some cold weather and some rain, but you'll save some cash, maybe enough to splurge and be a baller and go to Jungfrau Joch. Alright, so that's it for our Swiss Alps travel guide. We hope this video puts you on the path to planning your own Swiss Alps adventure. And if you're after more ideas and inspiration, we have 7 Swiss Alps videos. So what are you waiting for? Go check them out!